Greetings, it is I, Foolish. Welcome to the Tin Roof. I will be your hailstorm today. What time is it? You know what time it is. You see the cards that are in my hand. It's time for an oracle card for the chronically ill. For the sick. Let's see if we can get a card that we haven't pulled before. My last one was, man, that was spooky, right? I just kept seeing the same cards over and over. Let's see if we can avoid a season recap. I'm not sure what I'm even going to discuss today. Why don't we just let the cards do it for us? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? They're not riffleable quite yet. All right. What do we need to know? I was thinking about this since we're waiting for a pop out. I was thinking about how fortunate I am that this psoriasis got so completely bad that they couldn't really call it anything else or chalk my symptoms up to like a food allergy, which, I mean, listen, that's not weird, man. That's not weird to rule, you know, you got to rule things out. But what I got is, you know, plaque psoriasis, unless you see it, you don't really believe it. It's not something you can test for in your blood, and you don't really know that your tendons and your joints are getting chewed up. You know, you just think, oh, well, I need to just do more rehab or do more PT or do more yoga, you know, clean up my diet, which, you know, that's also not a bad idea, you know, in addition to getting tested for food allergies if you have the means. These aren't bad ideas. Oh, did it? Did it happen? Yeah. Oh, we got this one already. 20. This is the world's most awkward business meeting or the world's longest receiving line. I even remember the shtick about it, which is incredible because I don't hardly remember a thing. It's great though, because I don't hold a grudge very often. Now we're talking. Finally, we got something. Well, looks like we're at a baby shower, huh? All right. Oh, that's cute. Where is your womb at? I feel like we need to investigate this further. Oh no. Oh, I see what's happening here. See the black cloth there? Oh, I see what's happening. Oh dear. All right, well, let's read it. Let's read it. I don't want to ruin the ending for you. Yep. Here we go. Look at the art, though. Like, let's just focus on the art for a second. This man didn't miss any details. I mean, the shine in the bottles, the shadow from the candles. I mean, this is a great card. Oh, hold on. Oh, man. The material, the world of actions. We've started a new chapter, apparently. 25. birth. The material world of actions opens with birth, of course. Of course. Ha! Of course, you guys. The preceding levels of emanation, creation, and formation have finally conglomerated, giving birth to matter and to the phenomenal world in which the actions of man take place. We pass the black veil that separates us from the higher and more abstract levels. We descend a staircase, becoming more and more aware of ourselves and of the Santa Mother Muerte that gives us our time. In fact, every mother is a giver of death because being tied to a form is what makes us mortal. But without her, we could not exist as individuals. We could not smile, cry, evolve, create a family, or build a home. Word. Oh, this is very exciting. I hope this applies to one or more of you. It is time to act and begin the work you must bring into the world, as your potential is at its highest and is simply waiting to come to light. Who is this for? I hope this is for you. Is this for you? Because it's time. I know you're chronically ill. I know you're constantly tired. I did have a tip for you. You know what? I did have something I wanted to tell you. It's pretty exciting that I kind of put together this morning. When I have ideas, the reason why I use index cards is because they're portable, and I find that when I write stuff in a book, it kind of gets lost. So the only thing I use books for are like long form, sketches of t-shirts or, long form ideas that I can separate, into 2 blocks. Sometimes I'll take a marker and just mark the page horizontally in half, just so each block is treated like a big index card. But for index cards, they're portable. Nothing gets lost. Like, yeah, you can make notes on your phone, but then I never look at those again. Not really. The index cards I can, handle and stuff. Sometimes when I have brain fog or when I'm extremely fatigued, or both, because a lot of times they're partners in crime, I'll still continue to make notes and just save them till the next day. And a lot of times the notes that I read when I have some sort of cognitive ability are like notes from another world. They're like notes from the beyond, because they're free form and they haven't quite been structured or like coagulated, to use Santa Muerte's term, into a full idea, but it's just a snippet, but very profound. What I would offer you as a chronically ill person, especially if you have a neurological condition or some sort of other reason why you might experience brain fog or cognitive dysregulation, I call it getting the stupids, but a chronically ill person understands why I would say that. That's a non-judgmental term. When I get the dum-dums, I write down almost everything I think, if I think at all. They're spread out enough to where it's not like I'm furiously writing. Let's just say that. When I have brain fog or some other, like, fatigue, and or fatigue fog, or what, there's no way. I'm trying to think of a way to make it sound cool, and there's just no way to. I actually use that as a way to, because my neurotic mind, and we all have one, the untrained monkey mind, my neurotic mind is quiet because it doesn't have the energy to go, and to, go through the gear. Like, the gears are not spinning. So I'm still and quiet, and that allows me to receive information. Not necessarily, like, synthesize it, not necessarily understand it at the time, not necessarily be able to write a whole treatise about it or come up with a thesis on it, but just enough to, when I'm feeling smarter, more awake, what have you, when my brain is running at a higher level, a lot of times I look at these index cards and I'm like, oh my God, like, this is freaking brilliant. And one of these notes actually turned into a whole series of 4 videos. So I would just offer that to you, especially when your illness, your symptoms, your flare-up, whatever you're undergoing, like, whatever you're trying to suffer through. When I get little postcards like that, even though I feel like I'm completely stupid, I do feel like I'm tuning into another frequency that I wouldn't have access to otherwise. That's just how I feel. You might be able to use that to your advantage. I would just try it next time you have the ding dongs, the ding dongery. Just any random thoughts that come into your mind, just write them down, and don't try to understand them. Don't try to put them in any sort of context. Don't try to write a sentence about it. Just whatever you have in your mind, just write it down and see what happens. It'll be fun. It feels very static to be chronically ill, because flare-ups can last for months, and sometimes some people, they go 6 months to a year feeling the same every single day. And especially for those people where it just feels like nothing's changing. Things are changing. Things are changing, you just can't see it. And when I get these little postcards from the netherworld or whatever, wherever they come from, I feel like this existence right here might be static, might be the same thing. I might be Groundhog Day in it every day. But I'm still tapped into something else. And man, that really helps me. That helps me out immensely. It kind of widens my view, like a kind of a zoom up perspective. And it helps me get through a rough run. So I would offer that to you as well. I almost forgot to mention that. All right. Well, thank you for joining me for this Oracle card for the Chronics. And I will see you at another time.